seeing a turtle on the side of the road is something that we're all pretty used to. Here in the United States, especially in the summer and spring, it is very, very common for turtles to be on the side or in the middle of roads. And unfortunately, for a lot of the turtles crossing the road, it ends in disaster. However, I got to thinking and I wanted to see if people will actually intentionally run over a turtle. So today, that's exactly what we're doing. So here are my props for today's video. The main focus, of course, is going to be on the fake turtle, but I also bought this fake snake right here because I'm curious to see how much more likely people are to run this over compared to the turtle. Now, I do want to say that both of these animals are made of rubber. If a car is to run them over, it will do absolutely no damage. I am also leaving a note underneath the turtle, so if any good Samaritans come to try to help it cross the road, they'll see the note knowing it's an experiment. Now, since we are conducting an experiment today, to make it authentic, I'm not just going to be placing this turtle in the middle of the road. Then it would be way too easy for a car to run it over, and I definitely don't want that to happen. The purpose of today's video is to see if a car will intentionally run it over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it a few feet off the road, so if a car is going to hit it, it's going to have to intentionally swerve over. This is a really interesting experiment idea, and I'm excited to see how it pans out. I also made sure to park my car a good distance away so nobody would think anything of it. After running out and placing the turtle down, everything was good to go, and it was time to see what would happen to our little turtle. Now, it didn't take long at all to get any action, and definitely not in the way you were expecting. The first 3 cars passed by, but the 4th stopped to try to help it cross the road. I was curious to see how often it would happen, because whenever I see a turtle crossing the road, I do get out to help it. However, this good Samaritan did not seem to like the fake turtle and decided to chuck it away. I'm pretty sure this car thought he was actually throwing a live turtle because they stopped to talk for a little bit. I did have the note underneath the turtle, which you can see him reading right here, but no matter what, he did not like the fake turtle. After retrieving the turtle back, I decided to move to a different spot for a little bit of better luck. This spot ended up giving me a better angle for the shot anyways. The great thing about this experiment was the diversity in cars, because this turtle was getting passed by every car imaginable. Big trucks, police officers, and small cars like this. Now, there were a few close passes, but the 24th car of the day did this right here. We officially had our first turtle hater in the video. They swerved very far out of the way to try to hit this turtle. It surely seems like they missed hitting the turtle like the way they wanted to. But only 24 cars in and we finally had someone try to hit it. After some more cars passed by, I eventually got to 50 cars in the day and I decided to move on to the next animal. But car 51 just so happened to hit the turtle off camera. Okay, so I just put the snake out there. And while I was doing it, I didn't leave the camera recording because I was going to pick up the turtle, but he actually got run over. You can see the damage right there on the top of the shell. All that yellow stuff is where the tire went over and knocked off the paint. He's pretty unscathed though. I mean, that's expected because it is a rubber turtle, but that now makes 2 cars out of 51 that hit this guy right here. Now, I figured that the snake would get targeted a lot more than the turtle. This was also the design of a copperhead snake, which are very common in the area, so it definitely fit in. Now, to my surprise though, the first few cars paid it no attention. But after 14 cars, we finally had one go in for the snake, and it was this truck right here. So, for our snake friend, it only took 14 cars before it got targeted. Again, this was placed off to the side, which means you either have to be a really, really bad driver or intentionally go towards it. So after a few hours, a collective 3.94% of cars purposefully hit the turtle, while 7.1% went after the snake. Especially in the springtime, it's common to see dead turtles on the side of the road. I was just hoping nobody would intentionally hit one. It's also worth noting that only one person got out to try to help the turtle, which I definitely found surprising. But overall, in reality, most people are either not going to pay attention to the turtle or see it and just keep driving. However, there are a handful of people out there that will intentionally go in for the hit. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss out on new adventures, and make sure to leave a like if you want to see more experiments like this in the future.